Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylee. Thank you for clicking on this video. As you saw from the title, it's gonna be a let's chat controversial topic video. Disclaimer, these are my opinions. If you don't agree, then you don't agree. Your opinion is valid, just like mine is. We all have different opinions and thoughts on things. But with that being said too, I wouldn't mind hearing your thoughts on these topics, because you never know when I could be wrong. You could be wrong. I could be right. You could be right. So that being said, I have my notebook right here and let's just get onto the video. Number one is you don't always have to prioritize family. With that being said, definitely be careful on when you do prioritize family, because if they don't care, then you shouldn't care. You shouldn't always just be putting in 100% effort when the other person isn't putting in any. So just be careful on who you prioritize in your family. Not only family, but like friends too. Number two would be college should only be for like professional jobs. What I mean by that is you should only go to college for like a professional job, because other than that, college is pointless. And professional jobs would be like anything science related and anything medical related. Other than that, why go to school for it when you can learn it on YouTube or other websites for free or for a very low price? Why get in so much debt? Unless you can go into the Air Force and then go to school for free. That's different. Number three, everything is toxic. Like everything. Everything you wear, eat, everything. Even water. I mean, think about it. You have to purify water before you can even drink it. So, everything is toxic. Number four, we do not need social media. We really don't, because I'm gonna kind of contradict myself here, but why have social media and like follow what other people are doing when you should be living your own life, right? Why care so much about what other people are doing or saying when you should be living your own life? We don't really need social media. It's toxic and it's not reality. Now, me posting videos like this, it's more for my sake for the future to show my kids or even look back for myself. So other than that, yeah. Number five would be wolves need to be put back on the endangered species list. Because if you really think about it and do the research, they're not as dangerous as people make them out to be. They're really not. They're very friendly. Okay, they're not friendly. Let me rephrase that. Wolves are, wild animals, so they are dangerous, but they're afraid of us, right? They're not gonna just go out and kill a human being. They only go after animals that are weak, and if they go after cattle, it's most likely a weak animal. Any animal they go after, it's a weak animal. And also, they don't kill very often because they don't need to eat very often. They store it in their body. I'm not sure exactly what the term is called, but they don't kill all the time they come across an animal. They don't. And they're an apex predator, so they're really good for the environment. We need to put wolves back on the endangered species list. And I'm not too huge, up to date on the wolves situation, but they did reintroduce wolves to Colorado, and I love that, because you're just putting them back where they used to be, and you need that. And if you really do your research, when they reintroduced wolves to Yellowstone, the ecosystem started thriving. So think about it. If you eliminate a species, a predator, any of that, the ecosystem is gonna start failing, and that's not good for the environment. And I'm just gonna stop there before I keep rambling on about this. I have a whole essay on why wolves are great for the environment. So if you don't think I've done my research, I can prove you wrong. Number six would be AI is going to ruin society. Again, there's pros and cons to everything, and I get the point in why we have AI and why we have electric vehicles, all the benefits. I really do see why we're changing our ways. But in the long run, it's gonna ruin society. It's gonna ruin the environment. It's gonna just go downhill because AI is gonna make us stupider. It really is, because why actually learn about something when you could just look it up on the internet, right? Oh, I don't actually have to go to school. You know, I can just do 1 + 1 is 2, 3 + 3 is 3. That's what I mean by AI is gonna be just ruin things. It's not good. It's really not. And just how high tech AI is, why would you want that in your society? Why would you want to be tracked? Why would you want to not just go off the grid and live in peace and live the life that you want to live? Anyway, number 7, drugs and alcohol are very bad for you. I think everyone knows this, but people just don't care. People don't care about the environment. People don't care about themselves. And they think, oh, let's just do what everyone else is doing. Let's go party every Friday and Saturday night. Let's go to a friend's house and drink. You know, like, you do you. But me personally, I'm not gonna go out and do that stuff anymore. It's not good for you. So, number 8, the police should not be defunded. I mean, think about all the stuff they have to go through because of all the crazy people. Why should they be defunded? Yes, people make mistakes. They have made mistakes, but don't defund a whole career because of those mistakes. Number 9, this is a more recent one. If the government is going to help the immigrants, help the US citizens too. Like, it just boils my blood. It just irritates me and frustrates me, all of that. It makes me angry that the government cares more about our immigrants, about the immigrants that have come to the US illegally, and they're getting free housing and just free everything. It's ridiculous when you're not even helping the people that are homeless. And if you are helping the people that are homeless, you have to meet certain criteria. I used to live in my car. There was a time, right, where a police was like, oh, let me get the help that you need, or let me get you help, right? I was like, okay, great, cool, like, I'm for it, like, you want help, thank you. I have Aspen, you know, she was mentioning something about, like, going to a shelter, right, instead of, like, being in my car. I was like, okay, great, I have Aspen, would she be able to come with me? And she said, no, sorry, dogs are not allowed in shelters. I'm like, okay, well, that explains a lot, you know? It's like something simple like that. How are you gonna allow me but not allow a dog? It makes no sense. It doesn't. Like, please, if you actually have a real explanation, like, I would love to know why. Because how are you gonna say you want to help? There are resources out there, but you have to be a certain age. You can't do drugs or alcohol. You can't have pets. You have to, you know, have this or have that. Make it make sense. You're not actually helping if you have to still meet criteria. Okay, that's a huge one because I used to live in my car. I used to be homeless. So I understand the struggle a little bit, not all the way. Number 10, real life education, like the real life stuff that we endure, everyday life, should be taught in the school education. Other than that, education isn't that important because yes, you learn history to not repeat it. You do need to kind of like learn how to write. You need to learn math, but also incorporate real life situations, real life stuff that you will actually be using when you're out of school. And number 11, last one, would be vaccinations should be a choice. It's funny. This can be a little rant, so stick with me here. How are you going to say drugs and alcohol are illegal to a certain age, yet it's mandatory? No, not quotations. It's mandatory to get vaccinations for diseases or illnesses when you're a baby, when you're a toddler. Like, make it make sense. So that's not illegal, but using drugs and alcohol are. Vaccinations have metals in them. I guarantee you, and even me included, we do not even know what's in these vaccinations. Anything you put in your body, vaccination-wise, alcohol, drugs, vaping, smoking, that stuff is not good for you. It's really not. And it is natural for us humans to get sick, to have a illness, to have a disease. It's natural. If we die, we die. Everyone dies eventually, right? And before, if you're here still watching, before you say anything about, well, you're joining the military, you have to get all these vaccinations. I've come to terms to that. I have. And there's definitely something I'm going to be doing after basic to get rid of all of that in my body, because it shouldn't belong in my body and shouldn't stay and all that. That's all I'm going to say about it, because I don't want any of my secrets to be like spilled, so no one can stop me. But I have a plan for after basic, what I'm going to do, because I am against getting the vaccinations, and I am gonna try to get a religious exemption, but we'll see. At the end of the day, I know what I'm getting myself into. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.